everyone. Welcome to Ladies Night. It's your favorite ladies panel. We have Intrigued by Neek and Miss Mama Got It. How you ladies doing tonight?
Bless and highly favored.
In the Lord.
In the Lord.
In the Lord. Blessed and highly favored in the Lord.
Lord.
What? She gonna be in the chat soon, talking his mess. Hey, Miss Lackey, welcome, welcome,
Hey, Miss
welcome,
Blackie.
hon. Hey, to everyone coming
Hey,
in,
Miss
please do
Blackie.
not forget, if you can share us out, then please feel free to do so. Don't forget to hit those thumbs. And obviously, we love for you guys to be a part of the conversation. So don't forget to write all your comments in the chat, and we will be reading them out as the show goes on. So this week, a lot has happened in the celebrity world. It's been an interesting week.
Yeah.
That it has.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out where we should start. Let's start with Cynthia and Porsha on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, Real Housewives of Atlanta apparently are going to have some cast changes coming up in the next season. And Porsha and Cynthia Bailey have both announced that they will not be returning to the show. They feel that, I mean, Porsha wrote something about after 11 years, she's been doing the show for 11 years. That's a long time. I didn't realize Porsha was in it for that long, but
Me neither.
she's been doing it for 11 years. And she just decides that she wants to do some other ventures and things like
Was
that. And
that Cynthia?
Cynthia, huh?
Wasn't that Cynthia in 11 years?
I think Porsche wrote 11 years. I think
No, I thought it was
Cynthia's been in
Cynthia.
it longer.
Wow, that's crazy.
I know it's been a long
It's a
time
long
because
time.
I think Nene left at like 10 or something. I think Nene did
Mm.
like 10 years of the show and then she stopped.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, all the
Did he stop or
originals
did he
are
get fired?
leaving. So we're gonna talk about it. People are asking, are you gonna miss Cynthia? Are you gonna miss Portia? What are your thoughts and opinions on them leaving? Are we happy? Are we sad to see them go? What are your thoughts, ladies?
Oh, oh bloopers.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. I don't watch the show anyway, so I'm happy for them, but at the same time, like I'm like, what are you gonna do outside of that's gonna be as lucrative? I know that they have businesses, right, and things like that, but this show brings in like big money for them, like it's the bulk of the
Yep.
income, if you will. So I do worry about it, but hopefully, someone like Cynthia, we know she's straight. We know she's taking care of things and, has things, and she's not gonna make a move without a plan in place. And as
She
far
has
as
Cynthia Bailey now too. So she has her wine
Oh my.
right, so that's what I was
shop.
saying. But these aren't things that are as lucrative and that are more than likely going to fall off. The less that she's in our face and on TV, the less likely people are to purchase stuff. Look at Jennifer on Basketball Wives when she made the Lucid makeup or lip gloss or something like that, and it was booming. Now it's like stagnant because she's just not, she wasn't in people's faces. So when you
Mm-hmm.
when you come off of a platform, you run that risk. But I'm sure that her money's probably making money, in investments, and we know Porsche has the biggest investment. So should
Yes,
be
she
just
does.
fine. So yeah, I wish them all the best, and it's time. I think I was like, I may even watch an episode just to see like the new people who come on, because it's refreshing, it's something new, but
And they've been having new people. Like every
yeah,
year there's like a new housewife that joins the show,
yeah, I
but
seen
they
like
just don't quite
Sally
make
and
the
Latoya.
cut.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but yeah, I hope but then they will bring back Phaedra. I never did like Phaedra with her lying ass, and
I
so
love her.
but they're bringing her back, so that made the tear me. It's something about that woman. that I just cannot do.
Oh wait, no, I didn't like Phaedra either. Sorry.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah.
I hope
It
they
was
don't
just
bring
lying
her
for me.
back.
The whole, like, I look at your friends in the face, I don't know how many months pregnant I am, and,
Right.
you know, just lying, and because she didn't want to say that she had sex out of wedlock. And
Yes.
it was just too much for me.
She's your Southern Belle. She is Miss Perfect. She could not be
right.
seen to be anything but
Her whole
perfect.
life blew up. Yeah. Especially with lying. Where was she getting Candy and Porsche into it? Saying she was gonna rape him or some shit. I was just
told
like,
Porsha that Candy was gonna rape her.
So yeah, I don't see it for her. So I may not watch this if she bring her eggs up there. I can't look at her, but I wish them the best. Nita, what you think?
I wish them the best as well. I mean, I think for Porsha and Cynthia, it's just time for them to transition on to something else. And I'm happy for them because, and this is just probably just me being biased. I just feel like, you know, grown women doing this type of, you know, job, they have to entertain people at the cost of drama and stuff like that. It's like, all right, y'all need to do something else. Like, this is, I mean, I know drama brings in the money and all of that stuff, but it's like, y'all have any other layers to y'all? Y'all have anything else to bring outside of y'all being celebrities? Like, this is what we got to get all the time from y'all. Like, what do something else. So, I'm all for it. I mean, and probably again too, like I said, I'm biased because I don't really watch the show. Like, I stopped watching it a long time ago because Kim just gets on my nerves. Because she constantly plays victim, and everybody always had to apologize to her for something, and so for that I had to start watching it. But I am interested to see how Porsha's life is going to go, being how she been moving here lately with the her now, I guess, husband or fiance. I don't know if they got married or not yet.
Or something. I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
it's her fiance. They just bought him an engagement ring the other day.
Yeah, it was beautiful to see. They were just so in love with each other and hugging and kissing and stuff. It was cute. So I'm interested in her story for that. I want to see how that's going to go because, like I said before, Porsha, she seems to just moves with the wind and just goes wherever the wind takes her. So I'm interested in to see how this love story holds or how long this love story holds out. I mean, they seem like.
Wait, how does she buy an engagement ring? What?
She bought him an engagement ring.
Why?
He has a band on.
Okay.
It's what they wanted to do. I mean, some women do that. Like some guys actually.
So, but when he gets married, do you transition the ring over?
I guess he takes it off and gets his actual wedding band that he's gonna have forever.
So what do you do with the other one?
It can be a spare. You know, men always seem to lose rings these days. So, you know, I think that
you're right.
Could be a spare.
I'm confused on that part. I mean, I've been married before, but I'm not a traditional type of person. Y'all know. So answer this question for me. So the wife or the woman doesn't buy the ring for the man.
Yeah,
he gets his own ring.
You buy them their wedding.
She bought him a ring.
Yeah, traditionally you buy them their wedding band and you bring that to the ceremony. But men don't
wear him an engagement ring
unless they've been proposed to.
But and he wasn't proposed to.
Yeah, they create their own whatever this is, which is cool. I just was like, well, what is? I don't know, but I guess I'll wait and see.
Right.
You know, I mean, she just showing the world that he is off the market. Yeah, I mean, you know, he's locked down, locked in.
I don't want them shit.
And I guess, you know, that's a
Drake say, look at Fee. We need to take a minute.
That's a
Well. Long time no see. Welcome back to YouTube.
Welcome back to you,
Right.
Cynthia.
I
I
see
mean,
your name.
I'm not completely against the engagement ring thing for guys. If that's what they want to do, that's what y'all want to do, then that's on
Mhm.
them. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a bit strange because I thought, oh, maybe they're getting married. Maybe that's what they're doing. But it wasn't that. It was just an engagement ring for him. I don't know.
Yeah, the women are more attracted to the rings at this point in life because they know that they don't have to sit here and deal with them. They can send them home, and they can just spend his money and do the fun stuff.
Take
Bring
his
them
money
home.
and send him home.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but apparently Portia's gonna be all right. I think that
Yeah.
there's talk that they're gonna have a spin-off. She's gonna have her own spin-off show. So
Yeah, like it
Portia's
was like
gonna be doing
pursuing
another show
Porsche
or
or something like
something.
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's gonna have a
To
spin-off
pursue the
show, and
Porsche.
she said, I'm still gonna be on your TV screens. Don't worry, blah blah
Oh,
blah.
okay, cool.
So she's still gonna be around. And I'm actually like, for someone that does watch the show, I am gutted with Portia's leave. I think that Porsha makes a lot of the show. I think it's gonna be hard to find someone to kind of fit her shoes. I kind of get the same feeling like I did when Nene left. Like when Nene left, I was like, no Nene. So Porsha and Nene, yeah, those two I kind of feel like really make the show. You know, everybody else is kind of blah. Like, okay. You know, Cynthia, her leave, I don't give a damn about. Honestly, I'm like, praise the Lord, hallelujah. She's been boring as hell to watch these last couple of seasons. Her presence is not even needed on the show. I don't even know.
I like her. They need.
She's not about the drama. She just be so like, that's
They
not for
need a
me.
balance of that though, because she had a healthy
No.
life, a healthy
No.
representation of Black women.
That's Candy there for that.
Staying
Candy's there for that. Cynthia was messy as hell, and Cynthia started becoming yes woman to whoever the villain was on that season. She just literally
Didn't want to
became
get
their little
kicked
side
out. She
bitch.
trying to say her
And then
thing.
and then she want to act like I have a voice. No, you don't. You following everybody else's voice on this show, but your own. Heifer, you ain't got no voice. Sit down somewhere, Cynthia.
She
We
was
don't
following
need you.
Nene. I remember that back.
And then after Nene, she started following what's her name?
Kenya. Was it Kenya?
Yeah, Kenya. Spin with the wind, fabulous. I'm spinning with the wind, fabulous, child. Okay, and I love me some. If Kenya leaves, this show is dead. Okay, Kenya was a little questionable. Kenya was a little questionable last season though, because I guess because she's still like dealing with her divorce separation from Mark and whatever. She's kind of a little bit more chilled down than usual.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Kenya's a little weird right now, but you know, gaining weight and
like
going
her.
through that type of
I
stuff.
like her being the villain. I was here for it.
Oh, I love her being the villain. Absolutely. Like that's what I'm saying. That's what makes the show the show. But you know, people start calming down a bit, and she's just like, I have so many things to just be dealing with. I don't need to be talking about this anymore. Whatever. It's kind of like, oh, okay, well, you're boring too. Like maybe you need to go also. So I'm intrigued to see who they're gonna bring next. I pray to God. Look, I like our fellow YouTubers. I support our YouTubers wanting to hit the TV screen and everything. But LaToya Forever was pointless in.
I'm surprised they gave her that big platform like that because people in the YouTube world didn't see it for her. So I don't know how she sold herself to, you know.
I don't know how she sold herself because she seemed like she was high every time she was filming. Like that didn't even seem like LaToya. Or maybe she just had so much damn surgery, can't even tell what's LaToya and what's not. Look, I'm all for YouTubers getting out there and doing what they want to do, but that wasn't a good fit. And I pray to God they ain't bringing her back next season because she don't need to be back. She don't.
LaToya was on the Housewives.
She was like She's
A
so what
friend of
they do is
somebody.
they bring you in to test you out as an extra kind of housewife, but you hang out with the housewives. And then after your first season, if they like you or they get good ratings from you being in it, then they offer you an actual peach and you become an official housewife. So
I
she was
thought
in
you.
her trial stage. Like she only did one season, trials. That was her trial period.
I thought she
Yeah.
was doing a show with Tiny now. Like, wasn't they friends or something like that? Tiny
Is
and
she?
No, not that Toya. Latoya
oh
Forever on YouTube.
okay. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, it's a famous
Yeah,
YouTuber.
she's a big YouTuber.
Wait, is it
She
that
used to live.
girl who had all that drama circulating around her when she was like cheating on her husband
Yeah,
or something
So
like
they
that, and he
say.
didn't like her? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
her. She made the show. So yeah,
Oh,
I
she
don't know.
made the show. She's not in trial no more.
I
We
don't
don't. Well,
know.
she made the trial. She made the trial. We don't know yet. The new
Yeah,
season hasn't
I don't
come
know.
out to see if she returns or not. She bought drama. That she did, but it
Um,
wasn't. It wasn't good drama. It was just like you're being annoying type drama. So
Mm,
we'll see what happens next season. But we wish
mm.
Cynthia and Porsha all the best on their future endeavors. I'm looking forward to seeing Porsha on the screen. Cynthia, not so much. Cynthia, just be married, child. Stay home.
ooh, that hurts my feelings. I like her.
Ooh, she be alright. Okay, let's talk about Nick Cannon. So Nick Cannon, it is no secret that Nick Cannon is the father of 7 children.
Mhm.
7. And within a year of each other, he had 4 of the 7 kids. So Nick Cannon is in therapy, and his therapist suggested to him that he should practice celibacy going forward due to the amount of kids he has. Let's talk about our thoughts and opinions on, do you think the therapist is right? Do you think Nick Cannon, oh wait, let me finish it. So Nick Cannon says that he's not done. And who is he to say he should be finished having kids? If it's God's will, then God will give him more children. So, what are your thoughts and opinions on Mr. Nick Cannon? Is he getting a little bit too busy? Is he doing a little bit too much? Or, should he calm down and practice celibacy? Or should he keep having more children? I mean, it's not like he can't afford them. I'm just saying. What's
That's
your
what I'm
thoughts?
saying. Like, sure, you can afford to take care of them, then keep on having as many kids you want to have. I just wouldn't have a whole bunch of kids with a whole bunch of different baby mamas because that's
That's
a whole
normal.
other thing within itself.
I wonder, does he have like these contracts in place where they can't like come after him for like child support or something? I wonder.
Maybe.
He's not afraid, or he has these women whipped and trained to not, because
Or maybe he's just a really good lover and a really good father when he has these kids.
yeah,
These women don't feel like they need to because anytime they call or anytime they need it. Because let me tell you something, I didn't think Mariah Carey would be quiet about whether or not he is there or supportive of his kids. And she, speaks highly of him as a father. So,
but
you
here's the
know,
thing though. So yeah, it's good to be able to financially take care of them, but you can't be there for 7 kids and 4 of them being the same age damn near. You're gonna be missing out on things, and these children have to grow up, knowing that even though my dad tried to be, there's gonna be several times where he just could not be, and
uh-huh.
that's unfortunate. So it would have been cute if he would have, done this with one woman or the same woman, or I don't know. But when you got them spread all out like that, they're all over the country. It's very difficult to parent when you're outside of the household, and a green dollar just makes kids even angrier at the parent once they get older, because they're like, forget the money, what about, memories and creating, life with me, or helping me, learn to ride my bike, or, coming to my first baseball game when you over here at the other siblings birth or something. Like, you're missing things when you do that.
Mm-hmm.
when you just plant seeds all over the world. But you know, I think it's his mentality. He's thinking he's doing a great job. So
He doing a great job. He paying for
yeah,
his children. That's more than a lot of people are doing.
right. I say that. Or I agree with that.
You
My
know, money.
uncle,
Sometimes money brings peace. I'm just saying for a lot of
It do.
folks.
You know it does me. I'm all about it.
Sorry, Nita.
my
Go
uncle,
ahead.
he had his first set of 5 children. When I was younger, we all kind of grew up. My cousins, we all kind of grew up together. But then he had another like set of 5 or 6, and so his it's like a huge age gap, like 10 to 12 years age gap between his oldest set and his youngest set. Why he want to keep having kids, I don't know. Some men are just like that. He's there for his younger, set of kids, but he's also older, so he can't be there for them like he needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
So with Nick, I mean, I don't know with Nick, it's a whole different scenario altogether. My
Right.
uncle,
He's still young.
right? He's still young. He's been where he works out. He got money. That's a totally different situation. But what I'm saying, as far as like the men wanting to keep having kids, some men just
I don't
they
get it.
they want a big family, and
Yeah.
But I would hate for my child. Like, I'm gonna go and pick up my kids from school, and my kids' friends turn around and say, "Oh, look, there's your grandma, or there's your grandpa," and that's my child.
mm,
Like, I would just hate that for my child and for me.
mhm.
I would really hate
But you don't
that.
have to look like a grandma or grandpa when you picking them up.
Yeah. I don't know. You never know, Charles.
You
Kids are
don't have
mean,
to.
and that's an innocent. I mean, yeah, because you just in the car, you just get in the car, but still, kids are mean. Eventually,
Yeah,
they're
they
gonna come around the parent. The kids are gonna come around the parent at some point. There's birthday parties or whatever the case may be. Kids are
But I don't
evil.
know if that would necessarily hurt a kid's feelings. Like your parents just, I had an older parent, much older than, the people, my peers, but my mom was doing it, doing her thing. Like she was rolling with the best of them. So,
But did your mom look? Oh, because black don't
no.
crack. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I don't think that's a grade school thing, like your grandpa or whatever. But like once you get older and you
Well, when
realize,
you get older, people don't care. Yeah,
yeah,
when you get
because
older, they
most of
don't.
these kids you're not gonna be the only one with an old ass parent. Like I'm sure there'll be others where
Girl, there are
people get
plenty,
old.
plenty now.
There was a girl in my school in junior high like that who was adopted by an older couple, and it was what it was. I mean, they old.
I just think kids are mean. Like some kids, and it may affect
Yeah,
some kids.
they are. Yeah, I
Some
agree with
kids
that.
are sensitive. So, see, E Black said kids are ruthless. They be talking about my daughter, how light skinned she is, and me being dark. See, that's what I'm talking about. You see that?
But they talk about everything. There's nothing if you combat one thing, they're gonna talk about another. Like
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
Yeah, and then I guess people aren't teaching people that it don't genetics. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what what you are. Like I'm raised by a biracial person, and
Okay.
I don't look like it at all. So imagine people saying that's not your mom. But it doesn't hurt my feelings. I think you gotta teach your kids how to navigate this world before you throw them into it with all these crazy folks and the things
That's
they
true.
say. Because we did have to have a talk, like, okay, there's a difference here, but it's just physical,
Yeah.
and these are the things that are gonna be said to you. These are things you don't even need to worry about because X, Y, and Z. If you just got your kid through there, they'll be fine. They'll be strong mentally.
That's true too. But what do you think about? Yeah. So what's y'all's opinion? So you guys are for Nick Cannon having more children, or you think he should stop and
I
practice
mean, yeah, I'm
celibacy?
for him because he's able to, like, whatever you want to do in this life. As long as you're not blowing up buildings and you
Yeah,
know.
he gonna be able to till he down in the ground, child. He gonna be able
Yeah,
to make some
yeah.
babies.
But
I
if
feel
that's
like
what he feels like that's his calling in life, he says there, you know, it's to have a tribe. He wants to try. But my thing, I question, will these siblings even know each other like that? Like, will they even have that relationship, especially living different households, different rules, different states? You know, it's never gonna be like that family, you
Close
know,
family
bond,
net, yeah.
yeah, that you would have with siblings that you grow up with under the same roof. Now he should have. I thought he was trying to practice polygamy. He should have just put them all together. And then he would have had a good tribe, and then, you know, do you spread?
I don't think a lot of
well,
women are going for that though.
I don't know. It can still work as long as you keep your kids together. You know, I have a situation where you know one of my children are not with me 24/7 because we have shared custody. But I still make it, you know, my business to make sure that they are all spend time with each other when they are together. So when the
Right.
one does leave, they still have, you know, that bond. And I don't imagine that Nick Cannon is not there and not creating
But see,
some
that's
type
one.
of
If you got a kid, y'all
consistency.
are in the same state, right? I imagine y'all can drive cars to each other, right? Is it that close? But Nick Cannon got one in California. He got one in Atlanta. He got one in New York. He got one. You know, how do
Yeah,
you?
but I'm sure they can still like talk and FaceTime, and then when Dad has time, he get them all together and they all spend time with each other.
Right, right. Which
And,
is like
On the odd
isolated.
occasion,
Yeah,
maybe
and
for
their
isolated.
life
Christmas, the
is.
holidays.
I mean, you got separate couples who are together and they don't spend time with their own kids. They got the nannies being their mom and stuff. So
True. Yeah. I just
I
don't
don't.
think a
I,
bond
I
can,
haven't.
I don't think a bond can be created without consistent time being spent together. It's just, I mean, I don't think so. I got my own brothers, you know, through my mom, and just we don't have a close bond just because of our age gap. You know,
Right.
we're in the same house. So imagine, you know, kids that are spread all over the map, and you gotta wait till this Christmas or that, but you go through, there's so many other months in the year until you get down to December. So many things are happening to you, and you know, like, so when you get, the best thing you could probably, and then like talking on the phone, I guess, I don't know, like, I don't know if it creates that, because I feel like you gotta be in the same space or go through things together, like something, you know, you form bonds through like trauma and unfortunately,
Yeah.
you know, through things that happen to you because that person's there for you and you see the love. It's love in action, right? And so I don't know. I don't know. But maybe you can. I feel close to someone that you don't really see often.
I think if they don't have a close relationship necessarily as whilst they're young, it's gonna be harder to build those bonds when they get older with each other. You know, because and it's not because they're not gonna necessarily want a relationship with each other, but life. I mean, my
Yeah.
sibling lives in a whole nother state. You know what I mean? I got friends. I grew up here. You know, it's always these kids. Literally, I mean, they're not gonna say that. They probably aren't gonna feel like, oh, their daddy hasn't provided for them because yes, he has, and maybe he does come and visit. But it is gonna be. I can see what Nick is saying. Like, I feel like it is still gonna be that emptiness. A part of them is gonna be empty because it's like, well, my mama did everything. You know, my mama was really here for me. She was the one that I was with and was raised with while, you know, all this time. No, I'm saying that my daddy didn't provide. He was a provider, but
Mm-hmm.
my mom was really the one that raised me. You know
But
what I'm
most
saying?
men, like in the house, are actually providers too. I guess to play devil's advocate to my point, there are dads in the house that come in and don't say shit, just sit at the table and eat his dinner and go in the room and close the door, you know. And so, and maybe I don't know, maybe it's something to it. I guess it just depends on the kid and how they are, how if they are receptive to, you know, the actions of the parent. Because
And the
I
parents
people
too.
probably overlook maybe my dad wasn't there, but I'm gonna still feel close to him because he provided for me. And most my best friend, you know, didn't even know their dad. So, you know, this is the closeness that I could have with my dad because at least he, you know, looked out for us or something. I don't know.
I mean, we haven't heard any complaints from any of his baby mamas. So it seems like, I mean, I don't know, but it seems like he's doing what he needs to do because,
Yeah.
you know, bitter baby mamas speak out quick.
Who does
And
that, child?
we haven't heard not a nary word about his kids,
Yeah.
you know, anything. So, I mean, I imagine that he's making it work with, you know, his situation. I mean, on top of that, he's got a whole bunch of projects he does. He got 3 different jobs that he got to, you know,
Yeah.
do. Um, he's not going to be there like that anyway. So I think if you want to keep having kids, then he has a system.
No
Apparently, it's
big.
working because ain't nobody saying nothing. So I guess it's. I like I said, I go for it, Nick. If you want to have your kids. Why the therapist say he need to practice celibacy, I'm not sure. And that's a whole nother thing. Like she didn't say stop having kids. She said stop having sex altogether. So I'm like, well, why you can't have sex now? Like what?
She
Does
probably
the
trying to slow his ass
need
down.
to
Maybe he
keep?
needs to do what E Black said and wear condoms.
And I wonder what
He's
his culture.
purposefully having these kids. So
I wonder what his cultural
yeah.
background is, because you know some people from different cultures just like to have. It's just their culture to have a lot of kids. So I wonder what his cultural background is.
I don't know. Life
Nothing.
of the Sunflower Lady said building bonds with the family has nothing to do with distance. I have a sister I was raised with that I barely know, and family upstate that I've only known for a couple of years that I'm super close to. And that does
Mm.
happen. That does happen
Yeah,
too.
and I think we mentioned that. Like once you're older and you through, you know, I think I'm thinking about the kids now. They're in like infant stages between they're
Mm,
like under 4 right now, and they're all born within this year. So I'm wondering how is the relationship going to be with the siblings because they're all born at the same time, and they're not going to be around each other a lot. It's just not possible because they live so far apart. And so growing up, they would have to, on the other side of that, become close, right? You have to become grown and like, oh, I want a relationship with my
right.
sibling. You know, you have to go for that. That's not something that naturally happens. You got to make it happen. Whereas that if you're young like that, it naturally forms, right? Because you're there
Mm-hmm.
with each other. You know, like when you make these friendships with people that you get close to, that you're not close with once you're grown. You know, things like that. You know, I think I don't think distance matters in that sense, but I do think it matters when you're young because kids look at that like, where's my dad, you know, on this day or that day or at my baseball game or whatever it is, my first recital. Oh, and dad can't make it. But then on the other side of that, you got to think about in his position, his career, he probably couldn't be there anyway if it weren't another child, you know, involved. He's just
Yeah.
spread too thin, and he's spreading himself even thinner creating all this life, but it looks like he's happy. He enjoys it. So,
Mhm.
you know, I wouldn't want to take that from him. I think he loves kids. I think he enjoys making them. I think he enjoys like pregnancy and the birthing process because he's very in tune with
Yeah.
the
He
mother
is.
of kids. So yeah, I don't know. Pray for the kid. We'll say
Pray for the kids. Pray for the
Nick
kids. I
love the
hope they do
kids.
have a relationship with each other, you know. And if he adds any more to the seed, then so be it. You know,
that.
it is what it is. I'm happy for him. Shoot, he can afford it. If this
Yeah,
was an everyday person, I'd probably have a different opinion. But because it is Nick, I just say go and do what you got to do, sir. Do what you do. Do what's best for you. Like the summer a flower lady said, when children are small, the bonding process is on the parents. Hopefully, him and his baby mamas, they will make sure they know each other. Exactly. Exactly.
I hope so.
Can you imagine Mariah
For the
Carey coming
kids
over
and
for the family picnic?
with her bougie ass.
That's
Mhm.
gonna be fun.
Nope.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next topic. Okay, so money bag. Okay, so money bag yo it was his birthday this week, and his boo thing, Ari, gifted him with 43 acres. Was it 43 acres?
28.
28 acres of land for his birthday. People are going crazy over this. And I'm trying to understand why. Okay, so
Right?
let's see what you guys think about this whole Moneybag and his acres of land for his birthday.
Unless you planning on marrying this person, that's a permanent gift. Like, and it's a gift that keeps on giving because he can do whatever it is he want to do. On that land because she gave it to him. I'm not concerned because I don't care, but I'm just wondering who pays the property taxes. Is she that pays the property taxes? Or he pay the property taxes on that land?
I heard she got land too somewhere.
Because what if they break up and then it's like, well, I'm gonna take my land back. I'm paying taxes anyway. You know what I mean? That's my only concern. Like, I would, if I had the money, I don't know if I would do that if we're not married. That's a big thing.
And I swear,
It's like
isn't
buying
there
a house.
I thought there was something about the fact that they're not even legit, they're not really talking about owning each other or being in a full relationship either. Like, they're not claiming each other in a relationship, which is a whole nother thing as to why people think this is absolutely crazy.
Wow.
So,
well, they do that whole professing love thing, right, on the internet all the time.
Yes, they do, but they do not claim each other to be each other's person.
Yeah.
Special one. Special person.
But he bought her for her birthday like maybe 2 years ago. What is it that car? Bentley? A Bentley car. Like, these people have money like that. Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal to her because it's probably her giving back in exchange, something that he would give to her. They're gifting each other on the same level financially, I see. Like, so I don't know, and who's to say, like, they get married, they can get divorced, it's still gonna be his, right? So
yeah, I mean, I'm with you.
I don't know.
I don't think I'm with you. I think that they're celebrities, and this is what celebrities do. They do these big, extravagant gifts that gets people's attention. And maybe she just did it because she wanted to be different, and because ain't no one got gifted no one else with some land.
Yeah, it's
rather
always
than getting him a Rolex or a car or whatever. Yeah, like, rather than doing the usual thing, maybe she was just trying to be different. I mean, clearly it's not hurting her bank. So, I mean, if they do break up, I mean, does she really care? Because she did get a car. She got a Rolls Royce, didn't she, or something like that?
Well, yeah, it was one of those expensive cars.
One of those expensive cars that she got for her birthday from him. He seemed to be very happy with his.
I mean, they always do that, though. And I don't even know. You know what? When I was researching this, I was just like, why do I even know her? Like,
I don't know her either.
I don't know her either. I don't know what she does.
I don't. I was like, I cannot tell you one thing that Ari is famous. So a beautiful girl, but I'm like, and
is she a rapper?
Huh?
Is she a rapper? Up and coming artist, rapper type?
I don't know. But my thing is,
she was on a live.
She was where?
She was on a live with Saweetie and Erykah Badu on Facebook one day. They were doing one of those audio lives, and Ari was just really taking it all in. The live was about meditation, manifestation, and like your spiritual journey and walk like that, and how you handle stress and things like that. And she really didn't kind of have a clue as to how she should handle that part of her life. Yeah. And she was letting more Saweetie and Erykah do most of the talking, and she was just sitting there just listening, taking it all in. So I don't know. even then, like her voice presence didn't seem much like of a presence. So I'm still trying to figure out who she is too, because it didn't
I
nothing
think
about her
she's
really popped out to me.
a IG model then, maybe, or stripper, or one of them
Something
things.
that she talks about how she travels and she has to be on tour a lot and she does this and
I
that.
think
So I'm
she's an
like,
artist. I think she's an
I
artist.
think she's an
Oh,
artist
okay.
as well because she talks about being on tour and performing and stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't.
Um,
I'm like, what is she?
Nia
Why
would know if she was here. Where Nia at? Nia. Someone asked Nia.
Yeah, because I don't. Yeah, and that's the thing. Because I was just like, why do I know this girl? I was like, either I'm spending way too much downtime on social places I shouldn't be on social media because I'm just like, why do I know her? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out.
I don't
But
know her. Never heard of her. I mean, I've heard of her. And I think the reason why I've heard of her is because of Nia.
oh, okay, okay.
And maybe it could also be, and I'm not too sure, if she's also on one of the Love and Hip Hops. I can't remember if she one of the cast on Love and Hip Hop, but that could be where I know her from. But
Uh-uh,
that's it.
I see her on. Well, yeah, I don't watch. Maybe
It
she. I
could
don't
be.
know. I thought she was just one of them build the body, go down the list. Close your eyes and point. They all the same, and.
Girl, if
mm.
she was a build body, I don't know if she'd be buying him 28 acres of land.
No, she is. That just means you just had your stuff done. That don't mean she's not a pick me or nothing, but she did. She's over there looking like everybody else. Everybody got.
Well, she do. She do. Yeah.
There's one type of woman out here on these streets, on these internet streets, and
Those IG models. Okay.
yeah, pick
All
one.
right. Well, look, I ain't got no issue with Moneybag getting gifted with land. I think that's actually a good gift, to be honest. He can do something with it. He can build on it. He got money. He can keep
Oh,
making more money.
let's touch on what he said about Giselle on the real when she and Adrian were saying that you need to not act married, don't give things when you're not married, because he comes back and says not fancy, hating on my gift, trying to I guess
Mm-hmm.
call it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that was hating. I think they were trying
See,
to conversation. I also think they were trying to warn other younger women that may be out here trying to take their Skittle money and go buy all
Yeah.
the Skittles in the box for their little boyfriend, and
Yeah.
yours may not turn out the same way. So I think that they were just trying to say, this isn't, we'll say isolated incident, right? Like, don't think you got to be out here doing
Doing
things
all of that.
that aren't, I guess, your husband, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was shade either. I think they were just having a genuine conversation. People do that. People have conversations, and they say their opinions. And I think that's a great way to look at it, Nick, with, advising the younger generation that are coming up that you don't have to spend all your bag on these men that ain't even your husband like that. Build your own wealth. Buy yourself
yeah.
some land.
and that's what my point was. Like I said, I wouldn't buy that sort of gift for somebody who's not my husband. That's just, hey, it's your money. Do what you want to do with it. But for me, I wouldn't give
Yeah, that's a lot.
that type of gift to somebody, because like I said, that's a big investment. You're talking about property, you're talking about land, you're talking about investments. I mean, you're talking about taxes. Then if you start putting stuff on the land that has more taxes, like who is paying the taxes? If she just bought the land and they gave it to him and everything is in his name, like if that's the case, then I guess that works. But
I know, because also it's kind of like, did he ask for land? Because does he have plans for this land? Or did
right,
you
like
just
what was the
buy him some
conversation?
grass?
Did they say, you know what, I want to put people on this land and I want to build houses and businesses? Maybe that was a conversation. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna get you
I'm going to
some
buy
land. You start
him
to build land.
land.
Maybe that was a conversation. I don't know, but for me
I
personally,
hope so.
I wouldn't buy my boyfriend land.
I would have done it, but hey, that's just me. I mean, you know, there's other thoughtful gifts that we can do. Whoever,
Like, you know, what's saying?
whatever.
Gift is a gift.
Gift is a gift, child. He better accept that gift. He loves his land. He's so proud of it. So let him continue to be on his land and pay those taxes on that land.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's talk about Azriel and R. Kelly. So obviously R. Kelly this week has hit the news because his trial is finally over and his verdict has come in and he has been found guilty. Guilty, guilty, guilty. I didn't see him walking away from this, but you know, that's just my opinion because
Me
there was
neither.
just way too much evidence, a whole documentary of how many parts. I mean,
And a new season is coming up too of Surviving R. Kelly.
Really?
yes, there's a new season of it coming up.
It ain't
It's a whole
over.
thing now. People want to know all the details, child. We nosy. Anyway, so as he's been found guilty, Ms. Azriel, his ex-girlfriend, is speaking out again. And this week she did an interview with Gayle King, her second interview with Gayle King. And she is telling Gayle that she was coached as to what she was supposed to say on the first Gayle King interview with the other one. What's the other one's name again? The other
Oh,
girlfriend.
the other girl.
The other
Mhm.
girl.
Yeah.
They were both coached by R. Kelly as to what they should say. And anytime they would get an answer wrong, he would tell them that no, what they should say is, or if it talked about their sexual preference and what they did together, then they should answer it with, I didn't come here to discuss that. That's nobody's
Oh
business.
yeah. Her name's Joycelyn. Joycelyn Savage, right?
Joycelyn Savage. That's it. That's the other girlfriend. So anyway, everyone finds it very interesting that Azriel keeps on coming out and doing these interviews and talking up
Yeah.
so much now that he's in jail and he's been found guilty. And, you know, the money has run dry. Everyone thinks it's a ploy to make some more money because obviously her well has run dry. So let's hear your opinions on the situation on Miss Azriel. Do y'all think she's right for talking up and telling the truth now? Do you think what she's saying is shady? People
You
don't
know what?
understand because people think some people think they can't even believe her.
You get one time to tell your truth. You can't say I'm coming to tell the truth and then it's a guided truth and then you got to come back and say, well, no, not that time, but this time here's the truth. Because then I'm uninterested at this point. I don't even want to see what you have to say, but she was there when it was time to make money. She refused to go home. She loved her life. She didn't want to go back to her parents. She was
Those
fighting.
titties are so big on her, though. I can't stop looking at them. I'm just like, they're so big.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
sorry. They're huge. Sorry.
But yeah, so I don't. That's my whole issue. Is just that it was a lot of man. It was a lot of things going on that we don't know about, right? Because we weren't there. It sucks. It sucks because they were young, and when you're young, your mind doesn't finish develop into like 23, 25, something like that. And you made just some crazy decisions, and your parents are supposed to, at that point, guide and help you. But what can you do once you're past 18? Parents have to be hands off, so they can't really tell their kids what to do or what not to do. They're gonna do it anyway. So I'm just not sure how to take that. I don't know, but she needed to tell whatever it was she needed to say. She should have said it at first and got her money then. It's gonna run dry either way. Either way.
Well, but don't forget. So at the when they got into these relationships with him or when they first meet him, they all signed like NDAs.
Oh yeah.
They all sign NDAs. They can't speak. They're not supposed to speak.
Right. And now they're
And
speaking.
I think I think as well, people need to realize that brainwashing is a
Mhm.
very powerful thing.
It is.
And if you've been years and years of being brainwashed, at some point, you just believe that this is how life is and this is what's meant to be. And at the end of the day, if you think about it, this is my daddy. He's not going to try and harm me in any way.
Yeah,
He's
I can agree
protecting
with
me.
that.
He's looking out for me. He's caring about me, because don't forget as well, when the parents did come back in, if anyone watched the documentary, when the parents were trying to come in and get her back, she was just like so far in. She was just like, no, he's not being, he's not doing all these horrible things. No, it's okay. It's okay. He treats me good. You know what I mean? Like, until she starts realizing, no, this isn't okay, and what's been happening to you is not okay. Real talk, 87, get out of here. It's a different way to guide children at 18. That's what Golden Phoenix said. Yeah, I just think, people say that she's a liar and she should have told the truth back then. I don't think he was in the room the whole interview. You could see his
Yeah,
shadow. He
yeah.
never left. You could see their eyes go
They
dark
were
to him.
intimidated.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
heard he was like, if they said something that seemed like it was gonna go wrong, he would like kind of clear his throat, like,
yes, he did.
that was like,
You
I'm
can
sitting
see him
That
there.
move his
happened.
hand too, like don't or no or
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, he did
it
all
was
of that.
bad.
I'm sick of this. I'm sick of art. This has been years.
Well, you finally got a guilty child.
Yeah, whatever you need to do, do it. Because I'm tired of this. Like I can't take no more. I'm so
I
sick of
know
it.
it's terrible. It really, really is. And I mean, I didn't think he was gonna make it out again from jail. Not this time. I think there's way too much concrete evidence. But I guess people are more like Fee said,
I,
she clout chasing. People are
yeah,
more concerned about the fact that Azriel's trying to make money.
I'm trying to see if they're gonna give him how much time served they're gonna give him, like for his judgment. That's what I'm looking at. Like,
I don't think he coming out.
you don't think he coming out? Okay.
I was
I
listening to
wonder.
Steve Harvey morning show when they was talking about this, and Steve brought up a good point. He said, okay, yeah, we got R. Kelly, but he had a team of people working with him. Why aren't those
Yeah,
people being
racketeering.
convicted?
I think they're going after him.
Because this is what happens. The DAs make deals with
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
everybody else that surrounds them to
If they
strengthen
tell.
their case to get the big dog. Without
Mhm.
the big dog, I mean, these other people, they can get some years, but it's not worth it to them. What they want is the big dog, and R.
Yeah.
Kelly was the big dog. Now, they may go after some of them, maybe the ones that
I
they
think the
didn't,
ones that didn't talk, they'll
the
go
ones that
after them
didn't
because it's a
talk.
racketeering case. Yeah. So,
Yeah, the ones that
Yeah,
didn't
because they
talk, they
got
will, but the others, they're gonna leave them
but
alone.
I think like didn't all of them talk? When all of them
That's what
out
I'm
here
saying
just
in the documentaries. Everybody was talking. Everybody
talk.
has
Yeah.
something to say about what happened, especially the older guy who signed the paper for Aaliyah. For her to be 18 years
Yeah.
old. Like, why isn't he behind bars? Like, why
But
he's
can we
snitching?
with the whole Aaliyah thing? Can we talk about this for 1 second? I'm still
Mhm.
so confused why her parents are trying to deny the whole situation.
Really?
Me too. I don't know.
I don't get why they're trying to like just act like. I guess they're trying to hold on to Aaliyah's name and make
Her
it
image. Yeah.
beautiful and her image, but people, this happened. Like, it's in your face, and you were there at the time that all this stuff was going on.
I feel sorry
They
for her
say Mama was
parents.
messing with R. Kelly too, but anyway.
I feel sorry for her parents that they have to just keep reliving this
Hmm.
memory of her over and over and over again. I don't know how they are dealing with that emotionally, psychologically after all of these years. Like it just keeps coming up. I I can't imagine. My daughter is dead. I'm and y'all still trying to bring up the fact that she got raped, and I don't want to. Maybe
Yeah.
it's the thing that they don't want to accept it. You know,
I don't know.
like, no.
Got a deeper story about that. Something about even with the
Did she get raped though? I don't think she got raped.
Well, they're saying because R. Kelly, it was statutory rape.
She didn't get raped per se, but
yeah, it was statutory rape because she's underage.
She was underage.
And so
nobody wants to see their daughter, their 15-year-old daughter, fucking a grown ass man. Like no mother wants to accept that.
Was there video evidence of them too? I never knew if there was.
They had a marriage license, but
yeah, that's all I saw for them.
She
but that's what they brought up in the trial too. They had they brought up Aaliyah in the trial too. She actually was one of the defendants.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She was first. So I don't know. Yeah.
I'm with you though. I'm with you, Nita. I think it's wrong. I think it's hard for the parents. Like, this has been so long ago. My child's dead. Like, don't bring my child into this now. Like, just let her be. If y'all want to talk about it and you guys want to do what you want to do, then that's fine. But then at the same time, I feel that the parents as well, you know, I think that they were getting paid all these years to stay quiet.
Real
something shady going on there too.
Real said Aaliyah's image been shot. You probably right, but not to the girls that were young like me and in high school.
Yeah, not to me.
Because one of my good high school friends admired her. She started wearing her hair, and I was like, "What is this?" Like, I never really liked Aaliyah like that. I didn't see it for her, but my friend was just like doing her hair weird and had these clothes on. I was like, "Girl, you are embodying." I guess it was just, I don't like when people like idolize people. That shit is evil. Like, because you don't know who you are at that point. And I know you're young and innocent, but it's just weird. It was always strange to me. But yeah, she rolled with the big dogs like Damon Dash and Jay-Z. Like
she so did.
Aaliyah wasn't know. Look, whatever y'all trying
Aaliyah knew what she had to do.
Yeah. She wasn't that. It wasn't as innocent as we thought. It was that light voice and that softness of her that just fooled the hell out of you. But Lee was out here getting down.
Speaking of Jay-Z, this is like off the record, but I seen this. Never mind. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Well, you gotta say it now because you brought it up.
You may as well say because everyone's probably gonna be like, "What you gonna say about Jay-Z?"
Well, Jay-Z got a baby, right, with somebody else, with AJ.
Oh, that's what they say, but baby, that baby ain't seen a lot of day, whoever it is.
And that's why AJ had left 106 in part is because she had got pregnant. So, and they were saying that she got pregnant by Jay-Z, but ain't nobody seen this baby. I just be quiet.
I heard he did have a baby. I heard he had a baby. I didn't hear with Aaliyah, but I did hear he had a baby before. And whatever it is, Jay-Z and Beyonce own the world right now, baby.
They ain't worried about nothing.
That baby somewhere. It don't even know it's the baby. It's somewhere.
Solange already tried to beat his ass, so maybe that's when they found out, child. I don't know, but I mean, the elevator scene is so big out here in the world. Don't nobody know. We just wish that there was some sound.
Cheating on him. That was the baby is old news, like back when early 2000s. They say Jay-Z got a baby floating out around here somewhere. That thing grown and don't even know who it is. It's probably
just look at that face. You look at that baby's face, you'll know. Shoot.
Yeah.
He got some strong features, boy.
I'm just saying, he got some features, child. You seen Ivy? Bless her cotton.
Yeah.
Blue. Anyway,
yeah, it was just a shame.
I heard he had a baby with the woman from the islands. Oh, so he in the islands, Nita. That's where he at.
That's where he at. He ain't gonna get discovered if he over there.
She got a tea today. Yeah. Living his best life.
Interesting.
I don't even understand why people want to sleep with Jay. You know what? Let me just mind my business. Mind business.
Right. Superman, tell you.
I guess so. Yes, she will.
People who want to
tell you why in that book that Nita needs to read. Why?
Okay.
It's the same type of people who want to eat trick. Whoever want to sleep with Jay-Z, that's them type of people.
He is not my type. I do not see him
No,
attractive.
they say you take
He
you
couldn't
on
get
through
me
there.
wet one bit.
They say you take it. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you don't
Girl,
know.
there ain't
You
enough
know.
money in the world to make me sleep with Jay-Z. I'll tell you
You
that.
don't know.
He is
It
not
ain't.
my
You
type.
don't know till you know.
To each his own, honey.
Yeah.
I still
I
don't
wouldn't.
understand why Beyonce
I
went
wouldn't
there.
want to look at him. But if he does what they say he does, and it's this experience, then you know,
Who you talking about?
Jay-Z.
Mm. Mm.
I'll play.
Anyway, y'all.
Y'all had some ugly people before I get out of here.
Yeah. We have
Yeah,
one last topic.
I
Let's
have.
talk about Miss Kelly Price.
Oh yeah.
So, everybody, unless you've been living under a rock, have heard about Kelly Price going missing. She has been found. Okay. Kelly Price has come out and she has made a statement. Kelly Price she said that she was diagnosed with COVID and she had flatlined. They had lost her at one point. And she came back and she said that she has been home recovering. And then she had to leave her home because everyone kept coming to the house and wouldn't let her rest and relax. So she had to go to another place, an undisclosed location that her lawyer had spoken about. Her attorney had told everybody that she's okay and she's in an undisclosed location. Everyone seems to think that the boyfriend was hiding something and he was acting shady, but apparently, according to her, he also had COVID and they both were, dealing with it together. Now, the sister said when the police went over there to do the welfare check, they didn't even open up the doors. But were they at the house at that time? Who knows? Kelly also said that her and her sister have been estranged and they haven't spoken in over a year. And that her daughter was manipulated to say the stuff that she did. So, let's talk about it. What are your thoughts and opinions on Miss Kelly Price? Some people think that in the video she was scared and she was just saying what she was told to say. And people don't believe a word she said. What's your theories on Miss Kelly Price this week?
I mean, she was sick. That's why she was talking the way she was talking. She got COVID. Girl, ain't feel like doing that every day in the first place. I don't. I feel like the sister probably overreacted and was just doing too damn much. She's desperate at this point, trying to talk with her sister again, and her sister's like, I don't want to be bothered. I don't want the kids bothering me. I don't want you bothering me. Let me just do what I do, and then I get back to y'all. Because the sister was like, she kept saying in one of the interviews, I don't do stuff like this. I don't do stuff like this. And I'm like, well, why you have to say that you don't do stuff like this?
Right.
Just say what you need to say and people to pray and whatever else. But you have to keep saying, I don't do stuff like this. Now it makes me wonder, do you do stuff like this? Because Kelly don't want to be bothered with you right now. Kelly said, "Fuck you and them kids."
Okay.
Right.
She's not with it, and like Jarrell said, she was never missing in the first place. She needed to go missing, but she wasn't missing.
Right.
That's why
Mo said her sister needed the clout for her music.
Right.
Well, she wasn't missing, but she was missing.
Did she even sing? Shit.
I feel like, see, this is some R&B diva stuff, like, cause R Kelly Price used to lie a lot, or say like all that she be missing, saying she booked and busy, and she wasn't coming. Like she always does this. I don't know if it's the need to feel wanted or her needed, or she always like takes herself away and retreats. And then, like, when people say something about it, it becomes this big deal and messy. I remember that from that show, and this was years ago, y'all. Like, I ain't watched reality TV in years, so this is old stuff. And so when this came up, I'm like, here we go again. Like, this is her MO. Like, she likes attention. I feel like she's attention starved, and she just wants, I don't know. But the lady was sick. She don't talk to her sister at all. They're estranged, so I'm not really sure what the hell is going on with that. But
I guess when Debrat came out and spoke up
yeah,
before Kelly came up, I was like,
yeah,
okay.
she checked
She's
up real
like,
good.
she's fine. She
Yeah,
spoke up real good.
yeah, she was like, "That's messy of of you all to talk about her business." But I mean, the brat is on a damn morning show talking people's business. Like,
Girl, hush. Girl, hush. Tell us not to be concerned. Girl.
But that's her friend, okay? And her
yeah,
friend is perfectly fine, and she don't like seeing false stories about her friend.
yeah,
So she gonna set the record straight because she talks to her friend on a daily. Unlike some people that want to talk about how they go looking for her, and they're worried about her, and she hasn't been okay, and all this kind of stuff. Well, shoot, I mean, and then you blaming the boyfriend. I don't know. I don't know if the boyfriend's shady or not because some people seem to think there's something real funky about that boyfriend. But
right,
according to Kelly, he had COVID too, and they both were just trying to recover and get through it. I think
right.
her case was worse than his, but he still had it too. So
With
I
the
don't
whole
know.
I flatline and stuff, I don't know. I seen Kelly in action, baby. I don't
I
know.
don't know why she said that. I was wondering why would you tell everybody that you flatlined? I mean, what does that have to do with you being missing? Because realistically, the story is the fact that you've been
Thirsty.
missing since you left the hospital when you got discharged for COVID. And people concerned about you. No one was concerned about what happened at the hospital. No one's asking you for your medical results and what happened, like a line by line. Okay, she was
Right.
breathing today and then she flatlined tomorrow and then she stopped eating. Like, no one gives a damn. No one asked all that stuff. Okay, people were just wondering if you were alive. Was your boyfriend up to some mess? Was you being held hostage? Was you
Mm-hmm.
okay? Why was you ignoring the police? Like, that's what people want to know. Those are the real
Girl,
questions.
attention.
I
Maybe she
know real she wasn't missing. She was missing, but she wasn't missing. Shit.
also evolving. Oh, she changed her name. Who is this? I know her from
That's Monaco.
Monaco.
yeah, yeah, Mo, yeah. Um, she
I
says
can't
that
imagine her lying about dying. You don't play with
yeah.
that. I agree you don't play with
Man, if
dying.
you
I
go
don't
back and watch R&B Divas, watch that season with her on there and just watch her ass and all the stunts she pulls and crazy obnoxious things she does, and maybe you could feel me but this is old now. This is super old because I haven't watched reality TV in years, but that girl, man, she be lying
okay.
down
I can see what you're saying, Sunflower Lady and Mo. I mean, maybe she was sharing that because she was trying to show how severe the situation was
here.
for
Yeah,
people to
maybe.
understand. Maybe, but I mean, people know how severe COVID is. Like, COVID ain't fake. People see that every day. So I
Yeah,
mean, I'm just saying, I didn't need your whole medical records. There's HIPAA out there. You don't need to tell the world what happened in the hospital. I'm just saying.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm being very judgmental right now. Is what I'm doing. You shouldn't judge people on their past because they don't live there anymore.
What Nick said.
I don't
Okay,
know.
y'all.
This whole story was just blown out of proportion
It was a
by
little
the
shady
sister.
to me.
It was unnecessary. Because you had
Yeah,
people like your
very,
friends,
very much
people
so.
worried about you, trying to figure out because Kelly does go missing, like Nick said. So
And
for
your
her,
own child?
and
Why
you
did you
got
not talk to your
children,
daughter?
and your sister coming out talking about you, so now
And
everybody's
she
like,
got
really?
manipulated. The child got manipulated.
How old
Yeah.
is her kid?
Grown.
Grown. She said she grown. I think she like 18, 19 or something like that. She grown. Or 20. Something like that. Even between 18 and 20 is how old her daughter is. Because she said she was grown. She said, my grown child. Like, oh, okay.
Well, and we're glad she's okay. Now everybody can go back to their normal lives. Because this whole situation with Kelly is just
Yes,
it,
yes,
it,
it
it,
was.
it was a big old bunch of nothing to
Yeah.
her.
And she could have spoke out a long time ago and just said, "I'm fine."
Well,
Right.
somebody said that, like,
She
one
just
more
needed to
told
get
me.
on her social media and say, "I'm fine, guys.
Yeah,
Okay,
someone
I'm
said that. She
resting
should at
and
least have a
recovering."
PR person say, you know, hey, this is fine. She's fine. She's, you know, she's still sick, you guys. Let her recover. This is
Yeah,
crazy and obnoxious. No, crickets.
No.
crickets. Nobody was saying nothing.
And nobody
So, of
wouldn't want to
course,
believe the attorney, which was crazy because why would the attorney get that
Exactly.
wrong?
Unless he's made not to because we need attention over here.
well, I don't know if I would have believed the attorney either, because I would expect to hear from your PR person and not your damn
Whoever it
attorney.
is,
Why is
yeah,
your
but it's
attorney
somebody.
telling the
Say
world?
something. Somebody
I'm
answer the
just,
police. Somebody,
yeah,
you know, like that. That's just too thirsty for me. That's just too thirsty. But maybe
Yeah.
to Real's point and to Mo's point, like I do know a lot of people. I know people in life that do not like to be bothered, and they don't
yeah,
give a damn what the world outside of their front door thinks. Like I don't
that's
owe
true.
you that to come surface just because you summons me. No, when
Yeah,
I want to show up, you'll see me.
then I'll
So
show up.
I get it.
Hmm. Well, we're just glad that Miss Kelly Price is okay, y'all. Okay, we
Yeah.
glad she's okay. She's doing well. She's recovering. She can talk about it. She can live to tell her story, and we'll hear about the rest of her HIPAA life and what else happened at the hospital later on tomorrow.
Right.
That people was like, we want to hear from Kelly only. Yeah, because people didn't believe it. Yeah, because everyone was talking about the boyfriend and how the boyfriend was so suspect. But that's just me here, just saying, telling y'all my opinion on what I read. I don't know. I don't know if the boyfriend's suspect or not. Well, that's apparently her husband, but we won't even go into that. Go check out Tasha K. She got all the story for
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah.
Probably
Let
have
her,
the marriage
let her
certificate
go to
too.
court.
Yeah, they done already married apparently, but hey, you didn't hear it from
Oh,
me.
okay.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us for Lady Night Live on Thursday. We hope you guys had fun. We had a good time with you guys as well. Don't forget to just double check and make sure you hit those thumbs up on your way out. This Sunday, we'll be back with Battle of the Sexes, so make sure you come and visit us. We'll be back at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. We can't wait to have a conversation with the men. We missed them last week, but we're back. So we will see you all on Sunday night. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.